Hey everybody, Eric Songer here with you on what's happened in the Chaska Middle School West Band Department for the week of October 21st, and coming from you live here from the Songer Studio Cave, and really excited to tell you about what's going on here in the next week, because this is going to be a really exciting week here at Chaska Middle School West. But before I do that, a quick recap and huge shout out to the sixth grade band on an incredible tour this past Tuesday. The first time, I think, in my 21 years that I've ever taken the sixth grade bands on an all-day tour, and you were fantastic. The performances were amazing, especially when you consider we had never rehearsed with the two A and B day bands combined, and to perform 5 songs that we worked up in 5 weeks with most students I had never met before 5 weeks ago. That was just amazing. It was simply amazing, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud of all of you kids on just doing an incredible job. And what a fun day! It was fun to get to know you guys better, and to hang out with you and do lunch and watch all of you get to say hi to your former teachers and friends and siblings at the schools that we went to. So just a great day. Really, really proud of the sixth grade bands on that day. So a huge shout out to all of you, and also a huge shout out to our chaperones that went that day. 9 wonderful adults that helped make that tour possible. So what a great day for Chaska Middle School West. Our music program, the 3 elementary schools that we went to, La Academia, Bluff Creek, and Clover Ridge. I just can't say enough. But I need to move on, because I want to keep this podcast short, and we need to move on to some general announcements and some things that are going on. So first of all, those students who've ordered Smart Music, you should have now received the Smart Music link to get it on your computer. And I just got the microphone, so I'll be handing those out to this coming week. And also coming up, sorry, my water softener just made a very strange noise. Kind of sounded like a muted trumpet there for a second. So anyway, we'll probably be dealing with that. I'm doing this podcast at 1:30 in the morning, which is when it goes through its cleaning cycle. So 1:30 in the morning, by the way, if you're not a night owl, this is like heaven. This is what heaven is right here, 1:30 in the morning. This is when the magic happens in life. No one's awake except for you. At least that's what it feels like. So I'm way off topic already on this podcast, so I'm going to try to reel it back in. Hey, we have actually a fairly normal schedule this coming week, October 23rd. There's our normal A-Day Monday, B-Day Tuesday, our block days Wednesday and Thursday. All 3 win times will be offered this week, and then Friday will be an A-Day. So we're on just our completely regular schedule, which I think we've done once so far in the first 6 weeks of the school year. And I need to remind those students auditioning for State Honor Band and State Honor Jazz Band that you need to be practicing that stuff a lot. Take it to your private teachers. Take it to me. I'm going to tell you about some times I have to work with you on it here shortly. And just make sure it's part of your everyday practice routine if you really are serious about making one of those bands. Especially State Honor Jazz Band. That stuff is due the first week in November, so it's down to crunch time for that stuff. And also want to just say another congratulations to 3 of our 7th graders who made the small ensemble day, which is like a state honor band, but instead of a band, it's small chamber ensembles. And so a huge shout out to Keegan Cummings and Max Bryan and Hope Greer. Keegan, Barry sax, Max on percussion, and Hope on clarinet. All 3 of them will be participating in Small Ensemble Day, which is Saturday, October 28th at St. Anthony Village High School, and that will be running from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. And so a huge, huge congrats to those 3 wonderful 7th graders. So getting back to the schedule for just a moment, the lesson schedule also will be our normal lesson schedule. 6th grade A-Day band members will have their lessons Monday. 6th grade B-Day members will have your lessons Tuesday, unless you're in the first year group, and then your lesson will be 4th hour on Thursday, and that's for all 3 grades. And then 7th and 8th graders, the 3 options again, bonus, ensemble, and traditional. If you're in a bonus lesson, your lesson will be Friday as usual this week. If you are in a traditional lesson, you have, I believe, 1, 2, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Nine choices of when you can come this week. So for both 7th and 8th grades. So we have options Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and that includes wind time this week. Wind 3, the last wind time slot on Thursday. You can come and do your band lesson. For those of you who really don't like missing class, that's a great option for you to come to your band lesson. And then the ensemble lesson groups will all meet. So our Win 1 groups on Wednesday, which is socio fifthlets, openonatonics, our flute quartet, and sax sextet, will all meet on that first Win time on Wednesday. And then the first Win time on Thursday, Win 2, we'll get to see Spice Girls, Bland Boys, Times Square, and Decca Beats. So very exciting. Maybe it doesn't sound like a muted trumpet. It sounds more like an electric toy that's running low on batteries. Yeah, anyway. So that's our schedule. You can find the full band lesson schedule on the website if you go to the Chaska Middle School West website and go to the band page. Here's really exciting stuff for this next week. There is not one, not two, not three. I sound like LeBron James. There are 4 after-school classes starting this week. 4 of them. And you can still sign up for any of them for the most part. So the first one on Mondays is called Hip Hop DJ Rap EDM Academy, EDM standing for electronic dance music. And this is for students who are interested in learning how to DJ, how to rap, or how to create hip hop or dance music. There's no experience necessary. It's a complete class in learning these skills and how to build on any skills you might have in those areas. And kids who take this class end up doing a number of things beyond this class. A lot of them will DJ for events around the school. Sometimes we do a performance with the kids down the road, whether it's rapping or doing some kind of dance music. Sometimes kids from this class become part of another ensemble and use the skills that they learned in something like garage band or country band or jazz band or our new pop music group that we're going to have this spring called Middle Ground. So there's a whole bunch of skills that these kids will build up during these 5 weeks, and I love that class. So a good chance for kids who are interested in hip hop and dance music to get some more experience in those areas and use the technology and learn the skills. And the second class we have starting is beginning guitar, a little more self-explanatory. Kids learn how to play the guitar, and we will provide guitars if you need one that they can actually take home and practice on. And that class will meet for 5 weeks on Tuesday after school. There are only a couple slots available left in that class as of today, so if you're interested, jump on that quick. And then Thursday, jazz band starts for our 7th and 8th graders. One of my favorite classes of the whole year. Jazz band is open to any 7th and 8th grader, any brass, woodwind, percussion instrument. We also need people who play guitar, piano, bass guitar, drum set. Again, the only experience needed really is that they play that instrument in band, or if it's a non-band instrument like piano, guitar, bass, drum set, that they maybe have had some experience taking private lessons or are self-taught to an extent. And if you have that experience, you're in. It's a great group. We'll meet all the way until spring break, and we have performances at the talent show, at the District 112 Jazz Festival at Chaska High School on February 10th, and then Evening with the Stars, March 15th, and our Duluth Jazz Festival on March 17th. So wonderful, wonderful band directed by myself and Mrs. Ford. Would love to have you be part of it. And it's for 7th and 8th grade. Just so you know, we have a 6th grade jazz band that's also starting up, but not yet. That'll be coming up in December on Tuesday. So more on that as we get closer to that. And then finally, on Friday, our garage band program starts. Year 14 of our innovative garage band program. We will have 3 rock bands in our garage band program again this year. The audition results were posted this last week, and all those students who are in it should register as soon as they can. We'll start meeting on Friday at 3:50 at West in the band room. And we'll have 4 coaches again, including myself, Christopher, Mr. Prescott, and my wife, Heidi Songer. And we'll be working with the bands and getting ready for performances at also the talent show, at the Rocket concert on February 2nd, and a new event in December that used to be Chaska Rocks Toys for Tots, and then finally a tour on February 15th. So Really exciting. So to sign up for any of those classes, go to www.ce4all.org. Just a couple other things before I sign off here on this podcast. I mentioned the ASBDA honor group that 3 of our 7th graders are doing coming up on the 28th. And then the only other event that's kind of in the near future is our Veterans Day Assembly, and that will be coming up on Friday, November 10th. And that will be at the Middle School West Large Gym right at the beginning of the school day, 8:40 a.m. And we actually start that celebration outside by the flagpole. We're going to have some 8th grade trumpet players playing taps. And then as you come into the gym, our 7th grade band will be performing along with one of our choirs and our 7th and 8th grade orchestra. And there'll be some guest speakers, both students and guests coming in from the community. And any veteran that wants to attend is definitely invited as we celebrate and honor our veterans. And it's one of the coolest things our school does all year as we look into our community and to our country and honor those who have served. And just a really, really cool deal. So you can definitely attend, parents, if you want to hear your kid perform, but also to see this great event. So that's 8:40 a.m. on Friday, November 10th. Hey, if you want to get a hold of me, my email is songere@district112.org. I am on Twitter at CMSW Band or at Songer Studio. You can get text blasts from me by sending the message at symbol 17 band 6 or at 17 band 7 or at 17 band 8 to the number 81010. And you have found this podcast, so you've probably found my channel, Mr. Songer's channel. I am here every week giving you updates, and sometimes there might be a water softener talking. Sometimes I actually try to do these at school, but sometimes they just don't get done by the end of the week. So anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed this week's I hope you enjoyed this week's podcast, and who knows, there might be some surprises here in the future. Maybe some students joining me, guest performances. You never know. So just gives you a reason to tune in and hear more. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. Have a great one.